and the Irias was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you... You Jedi are so predictable, always seeing some greater purpose behind everything, when the simple answer is usually the right one. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. So... Right.
How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. Well, I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Neddick, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife. Right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, as much as I may hate him, it may have been my own fault. I was just out running, trying... How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course.
Is there any other information you need? Very well.
Pakupa Chekopa? Lunda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Svimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Lunda di hotonga kun honkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukune mulerabes. Pakupa Chekopa? Ta kunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bolawana chikne. Mule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Ka chikun ita haldonga. Ikin kuno ba mule ra chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be...
Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So... Right.
Akupa? Akupa, Jacob? Runda di hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba nunotak. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Ka chikun ita haldonga. Iking kuno ba mulera chikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Mucho shak pakat. Kieno no namapaule rachikun. Runda di hodonga kun.
Is there any other information? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well.
So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush. So. Right.
How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure. Normally I'm not prone. I had my...
Well, if you can...
But it may... I was just... Of course.
Akupache. Ronda di hotonga kun hang tong hai tuam juji jum ka ta kong ka.
Is there any... Very well.
How can I be of further... Of course.
Akup. Tong abong siya uminang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapabol pa muji kumana? Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes. Akupa chekopa. Gino mulera kempaija slimo podwama. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulerabes.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jeda badawana ni dibobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong patukashmak talea. Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Bamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Tong abong siya uminang wanga kumbis keng balemuraya. Johnny yon tunjiji idadwana. Kapabol pa muji kumana? Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Bamule slimo podadara nanga kumbis mule rabes. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno bamule rachikun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mule rabes. Tong haitwam jiji lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwalea gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga. Yumalita kuto tun. Chilamulane ni dubobo. Wonga kumbis chang ba mulera.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Ta kung just takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Bamule slimo podadara nanga ku.